Welcome friends. Today I am going to take a session cost, volume, profit and break-even analysis. Cost, volume, profit, in short it is also called CVP, and break-even analysis BEA. I am your course coordinator Dr. Ashish Agarwal, School of Engineering and Technology, IGNOU, and I am dealing with the course Production Management. Now, what are the learning objectives of today's session? After today's session, you should be able to explain what is break-even point and how you will draw the break-even point. Use of break-even point in make, buy and make decision. Basically, every organization has to face this type of decision, whether one has to go to buy the product or to make the product. So this break-even point or break-even graph is very helpful in such decision. Then you will be able to explain the application of break-even analysis to multi-product cases. Suppose one organization is making more than 2 or 3 products. Which product is useful, or which product is profitable, or at least which product does not bring any loss to the organization, that you will be able to explain. You will be able to explain the calculation of sales volume required to achieve a break-even point. Even you will be able to describe use of these analyses in the evaluation of various market strategies. You can understand and you can draw the break-even analysis for the various type of market strategy, and which is more useful, that at least you can determine and estimate. I will again quote an example, a numerical example, the cost volume relationship illustration. In order to perform an analysis, the cost regarding owning and operating a automobile is assumed. Now just see this particular table. There is a type of cost and the amount is written on the right side column. For example, variable cost like the consumption of petrol or diesel or servicing, that comes to 2 rupees per kilometer. Then semi-variable cost may be 10,000 per year plus rupees 1 per kilometer. Then fixed cost and the insurance cost is rupees 1500 per year and rupees 300 per year. And if we draw the curve, this will just show you two lines. That the first line, if you just see on the y-axis, it is up to the fixed cost, and then there are 2 lines which will give you that for a particular kilometer how much cost will incur for traveling a particular amount of kilometers. In this example, the estimated automobile cost per annum for any assumed mileage can be determined with the help of a graph of the total cost. For example, in this example, to drive 10,000 km in a year, a total cost of 41,800 or 4.18 per kilometer is estimated. Now here we have a fixed cost as well as your variable cost. Now the fixed cost is rupees 11,800 plus 3 rupees per kilometer is a variable cost. So 30,000 plus 11,800 comes, total cost will come as a 41,800. Now I have shown with the help of table that if the miles driven is 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 and 20,000, and on the left side we have a variables, or the just like variable rupees 2 kilometers, semi-variable cost, then fixed cost, then total cost. And if you just focus your attention on the last line of this table or the last row of the table, you will find that as the number of miles driven by a driver or by a owner increases, your cost per kilometer decreases. Here is the concept that we will going to apply, is called as the break-even point or break-even analysis. Friends, we were discussing about cost volume profit analysis. Under this cost volume profit analysis, now we will study profit volume relationship. You will appreciate that revenue of a firm is affected by the policies adopted by the competitors, by the firm's pricing policy, and the changes in the market demand for the product and the service rendered by the firm. Also, the factors that affect the expenses include the price paid for the input, business volume, and the efficiency of translating the input into output. Another important thing, this study, the relationship of the study of a business to identify a point at which a business moves from loss to profit position is termed as the break-even analysis. As I told you earlier, that break-even point is a point where the organization does not have any profit or loss. Therefore, with the help of profit volume relationship, we analyze the relationship between profit and volume so that we can estimate or we can determine that how the business should move from loss zone to the profit zone. Break-even analysis is a tool which finds a point either in terms of monetary, that means in terms of rupees, or in terms of unit, that number of items to be produced, at which total cost equal to the revenue. The point is called as a break-even point. Break-even analysis requires a knowledge of fixed cost, variable cost, and revenue. That is why we were discussing and we are explaining about direct cost, indirect cost, fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost, or step-up cost. Now, what are the applications? We will deal with the use of cost volume profit relationship through example showing the situation in which it is applied. Cost volume analysis is often used by the firms to decide their sales target, policies, estimation of cost and expenses while planning decisions or planning the strategic decisions. Now we will explain break-even analysis with the help of one example. This example I have taken from the study material or the text which we have provided under the unit 3. EM Electricals has fixed cost of rupees 6 lakhs in this period. Variable cost include labor charges of rupees 100 per unit and the material cost 200 per unit. Selling price of the product is 500 per unit. Now, the question is how you will find the break-even point. Break-even point in rupees is calculated. The formula for break-even point in case of revenue is F is nothing but fixed cost divided by 1 minus V upon P. V is the variable cost and P is the price. So we have calculated, we know that 6 lakhs is the fixed cost, variable cost is 200 plus 100, that is 300, and the price is 500. So if we calculate the break-even point in terms of revenue or in terms of money, that comes as a 15 lakh rupees. So that will give you the break-even point, that if you go beyond that, there will be loss. If you go beyond 15 lakh rupees, you will earn a profit. Now, calculating the break-even point in terms of unit. F is the fixed cost divided by P minus V, that is price minus variable cost, and we get the 3000 unit. That simply indicate if the manufacturing unit is making 3000 units, then there will be no profit or no loss. In case they reduce the quantity, there will be a loss, and if they increase the quantity, they will earn the profit. Another important example of or the use of the break-even analysis is in making a decision, make or buy. This is a situation every organization or a company faces. They have to decide whether it is profitable to make the product or to buy the product. And the break-even analysis is a tool which assists the management in taking decision about make or buy. And this decision is a very complex because it involves so many other factors while making a decision about make or buy. And if we include the cost, it becomes little bit simpler and which can be solved through break-even analysis. Now consider if the item is bought. That means that we are directly purchasing the material. Then what is the fixed cost? Since we are directly purchasing, the fixed cost will be 0. So the total cost of buying the product will be the price of the product multiplied by demand or the number of product. We have indicated P is the price and D is the demand. Now if the item is made, then definitely the total cost will be the sum of fixed cost and the variable cost. Therefore, total cost in making the product will be V into D. V is the variable cost multiplied by demand and added by the fixed cost. So when the break-even demand occurs, that is B, then we have a total cost for buying should be equal to total cost of the make. That is a decision where one has to take a decision whether to buy or to make. Now if we analyze the two situations, and if you just see the graph on your right hand, you will find that the line which is originating from the origin is for buying the product, while a line originating after a certain segment on y-axis, that is the line showing the decision for making the product. If the demand D is less than B, then buying is preferred, because here the cost associated with buying is lesser as compared to the cost associated with the manufacturing the product. But in case demand is more and B is at a lower position, then the cost of producing or the lower cost of producing the item will offset the higher or the high fixed cost, and therefore making will be preferred over buying. Another example is about break-even analysis is a vehicle manufacturing firm by axle from a shaft manufacturing industry at a rupees 100 per item. If it established the necessary apparatus for production of axle in the plant, the fixed cost is 1 lakh per year and the variable cost is rupees 40 is incurred. You just see that this is a make or buy decision example. The first statement is the decision regarding buying the product, and the second statement is when we are deciding product to manufacturing it. Now, what volume is necessary in order to recover the fixed cost? The problem is simple and it is a break-even analysis problem. At break-even point, margin between selling price and the variable cost recover the fixed cost incurred the product of this one. And if you just see that number of units is 1667. If we make this and if the demand is above 1667, then definitely we should go for manufacturing it. If the demand is less than 1667, it is preferable to buy the product from the company. Now, there are certain assumptions in the cost volume example, and we will take one by one. First assumption is that the fixed cost remain constant with the different volumes of the product sold within the range of the volume chosen for the analysis. This is our first assumption. Second assumption, again, the sales price per unit also remains constant and does not vary with the amount of product. While if you increase the number of items, sometimes you have to give the discount and it varies with the amount of or the quantity of the product which you are going to sell or produce. Third assumption is the percentage of variable cost in sales revenue also remains constant. For a manufacturing firm, the number of units produced equals to the number of units sold. That means there is no leftover or there is no stock out condition that if number of items on demand is more and number of items produced is less, then there is a chances of a stock out condition. If number of unit is produced more and number of units sold is less, then you have a leftover units which remains as a scrap material. By taking the various examples, we have seen how you will conduct the break-even analysis. In short, we will again explaining you the different steps which are involved in the break-even analysis. First step is define the fixed cost. What are the different types of fixed cost? You need to sum up so that you will get a single entity as a fixed cost. Estimate variable cost associated with production of each unit. Fixed costs are drawn on the vertical line representing the cost. Variable costs are drawn originating from the vertical axis at the point where the fixed cost ends. As we will show in the picture, these are shown as a incrementally increasing cost with change in the volume as we move from right on the volume. Revenue line beginning at the origin proceeding upward to the right, increasing by the selling. That means as the number of unit is increasing, our revenue line will also increasing. If you see the line which is originating from the origin, that is the revenue line, while the line originating after a certain portion on y-axis, that is the associated with the manufacturing or the making part, that takes care of the fixed cost as well as the variable cost. The point at which the revenue line intersects the total cost is termed as the break-even point. The areas of the graph enclosed between two lines below the and above the break-even point. Below the break-even point is called as a loss corridor, and above the break-even point as termed as the profit corridor. For the convenience, I have again showing you this graph so that you should understand where is your break-even point and how you will define the loss corridor and how you will define the profit corridor. Now, this is a simple mathematics. I have not explained earlier because I just want to give you an idea about break-even analysis, and here I am giving you mathematics behind the break-even analysis. We have two terms. First, break-even in terms of monetary units and break-even point in terms of the number of units. P is the price of per unit, N is the number of unit produced, TR is the total revenue, that is price into number of units, that will give you the, and F is the fixed cost, V is the variable cost. Another very important chart is your crossover chart. Basically, we have discussed the break-even chart for a single entity or a single graph. If you just see for product A on the left side and product B is on the left side. Crossover chart thus refers to the chart formed by plotting the alternate process on a single chart. That means for a product A, there are two processes. One is process A1 and one is process 2. So we can define the break-even analysis, or we can define the break-even point onto two different charts. But if we combine the both chart, as you see at the bottom, you will get a combined chart for two processes for the same product. That is called as a crossover chart. Now, break-even analysis identifies the process with the lowest total cost for the expected volume and thus helps in process selection. Break-even point also indicate the reason of highest profit and the reason of loss. If you just see the figure, the process A has the lowest cost below volume V1 and process B has the lowest cost for the volume between V1 and V2. In the crossover chart, we combined the two processes for a single product. That implies that with the help of crossover chart, we can identify which process is more profitable and which process will give you loss, or at least it will identify that up to this volume which process is useful and the range of volume for which process B is more useful. Now in this session, we have, with the help of break-even analysis, we have analyzed decision about make or buy decision, then how to do the break-even analysis we have understood. Then what are the different applications of break-even analysis that we have also discussed.